Well, hi guys, how are you? Happy quarantine. Okay, so crazy question, but have you ever wanted to know what it's like to get arrested? Cool, me neither. But now, you can get the full experience from the comfort of your own home without the handcuffs, the jail cell, or the humiliation and trauma that comes along with it. Now listen, I know, I'm a little late when it comes to talking about this trend. I know it's been a couple of days, it's over, it's done, but you know what? Time doesn't exist anymore. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's this new trend going around on TikTok called the Mugshot Challenge. Basically, the Mugshot Challenge is a trend where these popular TikTokers do their hair and makeup in a way to see what they would look like if they had a mugshot. Now, I don't know who started this, but it has gone viral. And if you're confused as to why this is a trend, well, join the club. So I was first introduced to the Mugshot Challenge when someone I follow on TikTok did it, and I didn't really know it was a thing until I saw more people do it, and I was like, oh, this is new. I couldn't put my finger on it at the time, but something about it made me super uncomfortable, but we'll get into that later. But for now, I'm just gonna show you a few examples of the Mugshot Challenge.
Take me out to the back of the shed and shoot me in the back of the head. Take me out to the back of the shed and shoot me in the back of the head.
I find this video very interesting for a few reasons, but I especially love the peace sign at the end. No, it's just like, ooh, getting arrested so quirky. Ooh, tag someone who'd get arrested with me. And if you think that's a stretch, that's literally the caption of this girl's video. But let's take a look at a couple more. Not to be a bitch, but I hated this video. But I especially hate the little e-boy eye roll most of all. I feel like he was trying to look more intimidating than he actually is, but it just wasn't happening. And look, I hate to break it to you, but e-boys are some of the least intimidating people on the internet. And then the first pose, like the... Ew, I shouldn't put my fingers in my mouth, hold on. Miss Rona, you're not coming for me today. Alright, anyway, but the first pose that he did where he did like the hook in the mouth, it gave me dollar store Joker vibes for some reason. I'm pretty sure this kid's a teenager, so I don't want to rip into him too much, but this challenge is very cringy, and I'm gonna point out that cringe. And on that note, let's take a look at another one. Biting their lip in an actual mugshot. This is just such a weird way to model for like your followers. And you know what? Look, I know this is a trend, but you don't gotta do all this. I promise you.
Take me out to the back of the shed and shoot me in the back of the head. Take me out to the back of the shed and shoot me in the back of the head.
Not to be critical, but I'm gonna be critical. You know, the gag of this challenge is that most of these don't look like actual mugshots. Like, this challenge is very shitty, don't get me wrong, but if you're gonna be problematic, at least commit to it, you know what I mean? I don't know, this is just such a weird way to get your followers to thirst over you. Like, getting arrested is so dehumanizing and embarrassing, and these people are trying to make it look sexy. And listen, before I continue, I just want to make it clear that this isn't a personal attack on any of these TikTokers. I get that it's just a viral trend and they're just following it, but like, I don't know, it's just so strange. Like, out of all of the makeup challenges that there could be, mugshots was the winner. Like, there's no other makeup look in the world that you can make go viral. It had to be mugshots. So this challenge became so viral that influencers outside of TikTok started to do it as well. I know one person who participated was Corinna from the Vlog Squad. She did post a tweet with her mugshots a couple days ago, and they have been taken down since. But we will get into that later. But for the most part, people didn't have an issue with the mugshot challenge. That is until James Charles did it. Even if you don't follow him closely, I'm sure most of you are very familiar with this controversial past. Because of all the drama he's been in, his name seems to be in everybody's mouth. But James decided to participate in the mugshot challenge as well, since it's a viral beauty trend and he is a very popular beauty YouTuber. He posted these photos on Twitter a few days ago without any context, and safe to say the internet went crazy. So from the pictures and videos I showed you, a lot of the people had smudgy makeup and messy hair as if it might be in an actual mugshot. But a lot of people that participated in this trend as well also drew on fake bruises, fake cuts, and even fake bloody noses, as if they got into a fight or something and that's why they got arrested. A lot of people on Twitter took an issue to this because they felt like this was glorifying abuse. One person said, "I'm especially disgusted with the women doing the mugshot challenge because y'all should know the abuse women suffer at the hands of incarceration, especially black and brown women. It's not cute. This shit is real life." So a YouTuber named Chris Clemens also spoke out on the situation and said, "I'm sorry, but what is this make your own mugshot trend? I apologize that a white 4 on the hotness scale has to tell you this, but none of you look hot with fake blood and bruises. Like, do makeup, that's great. But to glamorize looking battered and beaten as well as having a mugshot, y'all's lack of interest in hobbies is really showing." Along with this, a lot of people on Twitter felt like this challenge glamorizes incarceration, as well as the broken justice system that typically targets people of color. One tweet reads, "Y'all be like mugshot challenge, but ignore the mass incarceration rates in the US." As you can see, a lot of people took offense to this challenge, rightfully so, but it seemed like a lot of the backlash was directed towards James. One reply to him reads, "I don't understand why this would be a trend. I love James, but it's not fun having your face bruised up and not being able to cover them up. Maybe I'm being too sensitive, but this made me feel really uncomfortable because I couldn't take mine off. It made me feel so dehumanized." James responded and said, "Hi babe, I'm so sorry that you went through something so awful and traumatic. It's a TikTok trend going around where people post their mugshots and has nothing to do with domestic violence whatsoever. Love you." But it goes back to the saying, just because your friends jump off a bridge, that doesn't mean you have to as well, right? But what I said isn't just directed towards him, it's directed towards everyone who participated in the mugshot challenge. But after receiving even more backlash, James came out and asked, "Genuine question. The Weeknd's new album shows him bleeding, with a broken nose, and with bruises. Yet I haven't seen a single tweet about him glorifying violence or abuse. Can someone please explain how it's any different? I'm really trying to understand. Love both of these artists so much, I'm just asking a question to have an open discussion." But after more backlash, James decided to delete his original tweet and said, "Despite the fact that hundreds of other influencers and artists have done something similar, I deleted the mugshot trend because it was never my intention to trigger anyone, and it's a waste of time trying to have an open discussion with people who hate me regardless." And despite all the backlash he received, there are actually some people coming to his defense. For example, a popular YouTube channel named T-Spill said, "R.E. James's mugshot look. Where do we draw the line of what's acceptable and not? Does this mean prison shows aren't allowed? You guys know the people who do the makeup you see on your fave prison shows are SFX artists. If James had said practice in SFX makeup, would that be okay?" And a lot of people were agreeing with her as well. Honestly, I've never seen the internet so divided about a trend. But then that begs the question, is the mugshot challenge problematic? Now, in my opinion, I can see both sides to the argument. I don't think anyone who went into this challenge went in to glorify mass incarceration or domestic abuse or anything like that. I just think this challenge went viral because these conventionally attractive influencers wanted to look hot and badass so they can seek the validation from their followers. I really don't think it was meant to be this deep, but with that being said, this challenge was very tone deaf. And I doubt anyone who's actually gotten arrested wants such a traumatic event in their life to turn into an aesthetic. And I don't think James was right to participate in this trend, especially since he has such a huge and young following. And if he didn't think he was wrong, he wouldn't have deleted his original tweet. If he thought he was right, he would have stood behind it, but no, he wound up deleting it. However, let's not act like James was the only one doing the mugshot challenge. I feel like ever since Dramageddon, he has become such an easy target to point the finger at, and at this point, you don't really know if people are trying to hold him accountable for something or just wanting to use him as a scapegoat for everything going wrong on the internet. And listen, I'm not excusing his actions. I completely acknowledge that he's fucked up in the past and has done some shit, But let's not act like he was the only one participating, because some of the people I showed you at the beginning of this video had millions of followers as well, and you don't see them getting nearly as much hate as James is. But what do you guys think? I'm really curious to know your opinions on this whole topic. I know it is a very heated issue right now, so let me know what you think down below, and I'm down to have an open discussion. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And yeah, let me know what you want to see in the future. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are healthy. But yeah, thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time with a brand new video. I love you. Bye. Woo!